by Bestway. It's a 2 to 4 person inflatable heated hot tub. This is not a kiddie pool. This is not really even an inflatable pool, because look, I can sit myself right on the edge. You're gonna fill this up with 177 gallons of water that can warm up to 104 degrees, can fit 2 to 4 people. And when this is full and you get that like roaring bubble experience, it is one of the most calming hot tub experiences at a fraction of the cost and giving you something. See, look at that. That's your Cancun Bestway. It's an inflatable heated hot tub. The encore presentation of the big deal is happening right now. We had it yesterday in Saturday Morning Q, and it was really popular. Oh, you see that? Can you hear that? That's the hot tub. That's your new hot tub. $479.98. It's also this guy, and the cover and everything you need, we'll show you in just a second, is shipping to you for free. That's nearly a $60 value. So M93764 is gonna be your item number. Rachel Pavis, come on over and hang out with us. Because when we think of like the brand for inflatable hot tubs, it's Bestway.
Absolutely. I would say nobody does it better, and I've done some price shopping. I love the idea that you can be in a hot tub at a fraction of the cost of what you would pay if you were to get one of those commercially installed hot tubs, and this does everything that those commercially installed hot tubs does.
Yeah.
It heats the water to 104 degrees. It also has jets, 120 jets, so you get that spa experience, and it is comfortable to sit in, but it's just easier. You can put this anywhere. It's so great.
So can you show us everything that we get? And then we're gonna go through this hot tub.
Yeah.
Because obviously you get the hot tub itself.
Yes, you do.
Behind me is the cover.
Yes.
So you can keep it covered at night. You also don't have to worry about like any little leaves blowing in, so you can keep that really nice clean water.
Yes, so always use your cover when you're not in the spa.
Okay.
Keeps it clean, keeps out debris, but also keeps it safe from pets, children, wildlife, all of that.
Yeah.
So yes. And I love too that we are including the cover, because if you buy those commercially installed ones, that's an extra cost.
Oh yeah, you're right. You got to buy the cover separate. Okay, so this is kind of like the heart and soul we got here.
Yeah, so this is everything that you get. You've got your cord. This is going to help you inflate your spa. I'll show you how that works. This is an adapter that helps you to deflate your spa, which is really very nice. The idea that you can let all of the air out in it, and not only let it out, it draws all of the air out, so it's
ready to store.
Small. So it's ready to store. This is your chem dispenser. This is where the chlorine or bromine is going to go, so that's going to help keep your hot tub nice and clean.
Okay.
And then this is our filter, and let me just show you. I'm going to open it. Oh yeah, sorry, thank you. Good catch. I'm going to open this up for you and show you how this works. So this is your filtration system. There's your filter. So this, you're going to want to rinse this every 1 to 2 times, but you get everything.
It's just a rinse. I mean, the maintenance is so minimal.
It really is.
It's so minimal. Okay, and then this comes with, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
here's
so
your cover.
We're also including this energy-saving efficiency cover, which is really nice because if you live in Minnesota maybe and you know it's going to snow, you can put your extra cover on top, and that's going to keep the heat in better, but it's also going to keep the snow off. Really nice ad there.
Because of course, the beautiful nights like today and like this weekend, you want a hot tub, but even when it's a little chilly outside, and then you can get in that nice hot tub. So here's our heartbeat. This is our control center.
It is. This is our workhorse. This does everything for us. So this is going to inflate the spa, so it's a compressor. It's also going to heat the water. It's going to draw the water through the filter, heat it, and then put it back into the spa through the chem dispenser so that it's clean, keeping the water nice and clean as well.
Right. So the only thing it doesn't do is deliver snacks and beverages while in said hot tub.
It does deliver beverages because I'm going to show you it has a cup holder here that fits your standard size.
It'll hold your beverage.
It'll hold it.
It'll hold your beverage.
A little sort of delivery system.
It's a really nice substantial size. Rachel and I'm only 5'1". It's easy,
just under 5'3".
to like climb. I can still climb in and out, but here's a look too at all the features that you're getting with the Cancun.
Yes, so this does hold 2 to 4 adults. The water capacity is 177 gallons, give or take. It heats the water all the way up to 104 degrees. You do not need any tools when you get this home. You can set it up out of the box, super, super easy. And the other one, I can't read it. What does it say?
Huh, I can't either. We do have that on QVC.com as well, just for high level. But here's the thing, Rachel and I have all hour together. And if you're tuning in and out and you're kind of asking questions or maybe checking in with another family member, like, hey, do you think we could do this? I think this could be really good. We might really enjoy having our own hot tub. Because by the way, something about like publicly used hot tubs kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. So we'll go into that. But this is a big deal price of $479.98. So we're going to break down all those questions. You know, and that was one thing that I never really thought of. The air compressor is, I always thought, oh, well, you'd have to blow it up somehow. Right. No, the air compressor's included.
Yes.
So really everything that you need.
Everything that you need to be up and running except for the water.
Yep, okay.
And then you're going to want to purchase some chlorine or bromine tablets as well, which is super easy to pick up at any of your big box stores or even just at your pool supply store.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. And a lot less than maintenance on larger installed.
Yes, because I'm going to show you how easy this is to clean, to inflate, to do all the things you need to do. And you know, I own a Bestway spa, so I can speak to this because honestly, I always wanted a hot tub, but it was cost prohibitive for us. I had gone to the hot tub store, my husband and I had priced it out, and it just was too expensive until we found Bestway. And that allowed us to get into a hot tub without breaking the bank and see if we really used it, because that was the thing. I was concerned for me about the maintenance, the chemicals, like how do I, that was my concern. My husband was concerned, you know, was it going to break the bank with the electricity? And it doesn't. It's a great, great spot. And look at that.
Yeah, look at this. Okay, listen for a second. Just listen. That's the jets.
Yes.
There's 120 jets. This isn't like this, oh, that's nice. It's a light bubble that when you get in, it's like, okay. No, that that's roaring.
It is roaring, yes. And that's footage that well, I don't know, was that live or was that earlier, whatever it was. But that spot
we have
right
one set up on our other outdoor set.
Yeah, it's right here on our outdoor set. So like we're showing it to you so you can see. It really does have jets, and we'd be out there if it wasn't for a grill that's out there right now.
Yep, there's only so much studio space here at QVC. But here's the deal. It gives you an idea. Rachel and I are going to talk you through all the details, but to Rachel's point, maybe you've always wanted one. I mean, there's so many benefits. Think about like a hot bath. You know, I even think about when my kids have had a stressful day, usually one of the options is kind of like, hey, do you want to try a hot bath? Because it's so calming,
it really is.
But this gives you, for my kiddos, when they get in my big bathtub, they get to have the water, you know, up and like experience that moment where you kind of do feel like you're floating. If I hop in the tub, I don't even have enough hot water in my house to fill the tub, Rachel, let alone, like, there's not enough for it to really fill the tub so that I could soak, let alone do you have a tub deep enough you can actually get under the water in.
And it doesn't stay warm.
Exactly. No, it doesn't stay warm.
So you're in it for maybe 10, 15 minutes and then you have to get out because you get
if you even have enough water to fill it up.
Not with this. This is going to keep the water warm, keep the water bubbling, keep the water clean. It does it all.
Yeah, and you get this like calming. There's something about water, being in water, almost feeling it against your skin that is immediately calming, let alone the warmth too. So that's the benefit. There's so many great reasons to have a hot tub, whether it's just for that calming, whether it's for a fun leisurely moment, whether it's to make your home feel a little bit like a vacation moment, because maybe you're not traveling like you used to, but you want to be able to have an experience at home or when you're entertaining. It's perfect for that. But more than anything, I think it's really this peaceful, it's a part of wellness.
It really absolutely is. I find for me that if I get into our spa before bed, I sleep so much better. It allows my brain to kind of slow down and unwind. My husband and I go out in the hot tub at night. We look up at the stars. I love turning all the lights off and stargazing.
Yeah.
It's our time to reconnect and just the two of us and not have any of those electronic distractions. It makes you just kind of pause a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's so good for your heart and your soul.
You could do it in the morning. If you wake up, you feel a little tight and stiff, right?
Yes.
Getting in the warm water is going to feel great in the hot tub, especially with those jets. Or in the evening, just as Rachel said. Let's walk through this. So the size, the dimensions, how to use it. Obviously, it's firm enough to sit on the side. How many people?
Okay, 2 to 4 people.
Okay.
And the size that this is going to take up your footprint, it's about 6 feet in diameter and it's about 26 inches tall. And you can literally put this on any level surface. If you're putting it on gravel, I would recommend putting it on like those interlocking pads that you can pick up at the garden center.
So it does have, the bottom is
It has a little
padded.
cushion to it, doesn't it?
So there is
Yes.
a little bit of cushion, but yeah, to your point, if there's gravel and you're sitting on it, you will feel some of the texture.
Right.
So you could get one of those garden slabs.
Exactly.
underneath.
Now this is puncture resistant too, so when I bang on it, you can hear it's very substantial.
Yeah.
You can have 4 adults sitting on the edge of this spa, even when you don't have water in it. That's because this is made out of something called Durplus, and that is a 3 times fortified material that is puncture resistant, and it also has an interior beam construction, so that allows us to be able to sit on it comfortably. So yes, it is an inflatable spa, but it is a really durable, well-made inflatable spa.
They make adult inflatable pools, and I say adult, I feel silly using like adult click quotes, but you know, because even like the kiddie pools, they're really shallow. The adult ones typically are a little higher. They don't have this type of structure and stability, right?
No.
So don't be fooled if you're thinking, well, couldn't I just get that thing for a little less? It's not going to have that stability and structure that makes it feel like that, you know, installed spa, that true hot tub experience. That's the difference with Bestway. So you have that really comfortable design on the bottom. I can even then like lean back, right? Even
I know,
if I
it's
went
so
down a little
comfortable.
bit, it was like I had a little head support, which was really nice.
It does. It's comfortable to sit in here.
Yeah, it's relaxed. And this is even
feels
without
good,
water.
Right? I know. It's just the right height too, I feel like.
Yeah.
So mine at home, I actually got a little cushion because I like to sit up a little bit higher. So sometimes.
Oh, to sit on.
Yeah. So if you want to do that.
yeah.
Also, I want to mention while we're talking about that it's easy to get in and out of. People have asked, like, could you put a chair in here if you wanted to?
Oh, sure, to make it a
You
little
could.
easier. So
Yeah.
you're not dropping down as much and then having to get out.
Right, and so if you don't need to purchase steps to get in and out of it like you do with the commercially installed ones. I'm going to show you
you're
how
right.
I'm sitting on the edge, and because I can sit on the edge, it allows me, if you can do this motion where you can swing your legs over, you can keep sitting on there, just stable yourself, and then that allows you to easily get in and out.
And then you could put a small stool height or chair that then if you didn't want to get all the way down, right, or maybe you have somebody that's harder for them to get in and out, that could be a great way for them to use this. The tub itself is super durable, and then you have all your controls on kind of the tub hub.
The tub hub. I love that. I'm going to
hub.
use that one. Yeah, so this, like I said, this is your workhorse. This does everything for us. So it's going to inflate the spot, but let's go through these buttons that you have on here so you know exactly what all this does. First off, it has a locking mechanism. So if I just hover my finger on there, it unlocks. If I want to lock it, I can just put my finger on there and it will lock. And that's really nice because if you have little fingers around that like to change and change the temperature, you don't have to worry about
Little ones liking buttons.
Yes.
Imagine that.
Imagine.
Very thoughtful.
So then this next button here has the clock on it. That's a timer feature. If you know you're going to be away and you aren't going to be able to use your spa for the week, you might want to just turn it off. And then you can set the timer to say, hey, I want this to turn back on Thursday because I'm going to be in it on Friday and I want to make sure it's nice and hot. So that's a nice feature as well. This is the flame here. That is what's going to heat your water to 104 degrees. That is what does all the heating element there. And then this one here, this is your bubbles. That's what's going to create that spa-like experience. The next one up over here, that is your filter button. So, you know, cold plunges are really on trend right now.
Yep.
Or if maybe you don't want to heat the water or you want to keep it around 80, you can turn the heat off because like I get in mine year round. So if it's really, really warm out, you can just turn the heat down and not have a heat.
So you can adjust the heat.
You can. And I would recommend then just running that filter. The filter button is what's going to pull the water from the spa into the workhorse and then put it back through, but it doesn't have to be heating it. It can be doing it just to clean it. And then these are your up and down toggles to set the heat to whatever temperature you want.
This is all turn cleaning and filtering your water.
Yes, because it sucks the water through the filter and then it pushes it back in through the chem dispenser. And what I'm talking about is these two things right here, Alex.
Your neighbor that spent the thousands of dollars on the hot tub, when this shows up and they'll be like, huh, how much you spent on that?
Yeah.
You know, because they're like, wait, it cleans the water, it filters the water, and you have a cover, you have it's easy.
When-
$479.98. that's less than probably what they spend on maintenance for the year on that big commercial like hot tub.
Exactly. So to the point, the way this works is that the water gets drawn through the filter and then it goes into our workhorse and then it gets pushed back out through the chemical dispenser right here where you're going to have your chemicals. So let me show you. Do you want me to show you how to set it all up from start to finish?
Can we start from the ground up? Like where can I set it up? Like on what surface?
So you can put it literally on any level surface. If you want to put it, you don't have to have a cement pad poured like you would with those commercially installed hot tubs.